There are a lot of people out there that think they can never die from a car accident. And it's pretty weird to think about how easily it is to kill yourself or another by driving a car, because we drive them all the time. According to www.streetdirectory.com, everyone has an 80% chance of being in a car wreck at one point in their life or another. If you were wearing your seatbelt, these crashes will not be as severe and you can help save a life. 1 out of every 5 drivers will be involved in a car wreck this year. You can even be a really good driver, but you still have a wreck because there's other distracted drivers around you. It's better to be safe and just wear your seatbelt. Okay. It is hard to prevent an accident because most accidents may not be your fault. The thing you can prevent, though, is serious injury or death by just wearing your seatbelt. A seatbelt can really keep you from being thrown out of the car or hitting the windshield and dying, and can really help keep from endangering yourself to death. Do you know what the #1 cause of death to young teenagers are? The answer is automobiles. More people die from automobiles than guns or anything like that, or war. Safety belts use is one of the best defenses against unpredictable wrecks. Right around 35,000 people die per year from a car accident, and experts say that almost half of these car crashes could be avoided by wearing a seatbelt. That's from jmu.edu. It also, another interesting fact is it only takes about 4 seconds to buckle your seatbelt. And by doing so, you reduce your chances of serious traffic injuries by almost 50%. Putting your seatbelt on also reduces your chance of dying by 60 to 70%, according to www.drivesteady.com. So if you think about it, if you want to avoid dying, just take a few minutes or a few seconds at the very beginning when you get in the car and just put on your seatbelt. You should always wear your seatbelt when driving a vehicle. Most car crashes happen between just 25 miles from your house, so you shouldn't wait till you're just going somewhere like on an interstate. You should just, right when you get in your car, just put on your seatbelt real fast. It only takes a few seconds and it can save your life. Also, most car crashes happen while you're going 40 miles per hour or lower. You don't have to be on the interstate going 80 miles per hour to get in a car crash. For example, one person in a 30-mile-per-hour collision with another car, the person was only 165 pounds and flew into the windshield with a force of 4,800 pounds. That's a lot of force, and it was a fatal accident. And if they wore their seatbelt, they'd prevent that. Here's examples of people that got in some car wrecks that didn't wear their seatbelt. This person flew out of the windshield. These are all pictures of people flying out of the windshield because they didn't have on their seatbelt. This person was fatal. They broke their neck, their knees are all scuffed up, their head's bleeding. This one, the person's laying flat down and she died. There's a person here crying about it. Fatal injuries from not wearing a seatbelt can able to ruin people's lives too, like the whole family and everybody's. There's blood running down the car. And this one was fatal as well. The young man's bleeding everywhere. And really just, it's worth just putting on your seatbelt right when you get in your car, and it can save a life. Although most people just forget to put on their seatbelt, some people just refuse to wear them. The amount of people around the world that use seatbelts in 2011 was around 84%. If 100% wore seatbelts, experts say that around 14,000 lives would have been saved, according to IIHS.org. Almost every person knows that seatbelts are for the better, but for some reason they just don't wear them. People have different fears of wearing seatbelts. These fears include being submerged in water or getting caught on fire and getting trapped somewhere. The problem is the chances of this happening is way less than just a regular car accident. So if you're afraid you don't want to get trapped underwater, or you don't want to get trapped in fire with your seatbelt, you should just go ahead and wear it, because you're going to get hurt worse if you just get thrown from. There's more chances of you getting thrown from a vehicle. It would be very smart to follow the rules of the road and just wear your seatbelt. You may think it would not happen to you, but someone has to be a part of that statistic. By wearing a seatbelt, you reduce the chance of you dying by car by a huge percentage. It is important just to put on your seatbelt right when you get in the car and follow the rules of the road. Putting on your seatbelt can save money as well, because you can get a ticket for not having on your seatbelt. So buckling your seatbelt can save a life.